Okay, I'm gonna see if I can teach you the very, very basics of this song before you begin to add the decoration. First, just know what it is on its kind of barest, simplest form. So I'm not gonna bother with the intro yet or any of the licks. It's just basically gonna be what the meat is of it. Okay, so listen to this song and just tap your foot to it a couple of times, and think, what is that? It's dun 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 dun. You kind of tap your foot to dun 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 dun. Baby, don't you wanna go? Oh, baby, don't you wanna go? Okay. Now just try and do that with the thumb. That's all you need to do. Maybe we don't even need to use this yet. Just practice doing that. It's really simple. Maybe even a technique that's worth learning is kind of what is known as dampening the strings. Use your palm here, kind of put it against the strings, and look, when you then pluck, you can hear the difference. It kills the sound. Now this is important because you want to really think of this as purely percussive, basically. A lot of the times in the blues, they will sometimes even be playing that open string when it's not musically correct, because it, for instance, this song that's in, you can have a song in C, but they'll use this open string but dampen it, and it kind of just, it doesn't affect it. Listen. That was in the key of C, but as you can see, you got to think of this as kind of percussive. Oh, baby, don't you want to go? Oh, baby, don't you want to go back to the land of California, to my sweet home, Chicago. So it starts again, So just think about that, and you don't even really need to be very specific on what strings you're hitting. Let's think about this. So this part, it's a 12-bar blues. The chords are E, 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 A, 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 E, 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 E. A, 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 E, 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 you get it. So, but it doesn't play it, of course an E chord looks like this. He doesn't play it just straightforward like that. He plays this, which is, all you have to do is index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then to the 4th fret. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just brush down on basically those two, the E and the A string, and it's going to sound like this. With your thumb, kind of use the side bit here. The side of your thumb there. It's going to take a while to get your head around, but instead of maybe approaching it from here, you want to start from here. That's all you need to do. Just think about that. Now, of course, he adds decoration like. But once you get comfortable with that bare With the A, it's basically the same thing, but then you move it up to the string below it, the D string. You move your hand, you're playing that same pattern, the 2 to 4, but you're doing it on the D string now. And we're not going to play the E string anymore, we're going to thump the A and the D string. Like that. So we go from to. So let's just, what have we got here? Let's kind of hear this. As you can hear, that's coming together. Of course, he adds decoration to it. For instance, between this, he will change to the typical E shape. Just Google image E chord on a guitar and you'll see it. And what he does is he'll go to this, and where you will finger the first fret of the G string, he plays an E, but he plays it basically as an E minor, and then hammers on. So he plays the G string open, and then hammers on. So he plays an E chord like that, which is very bluesy, as you can hear. You can pluck that with your index finger, keeping that. So let's hear that. And then he goes, plays just that top E, just like that. That's very common in the blues to do that. So what your index finger would be playing on the E chord, take it off and then on, just put it on. Oops. Look, that's just decoration, you don't need to get ahead of yourself. Baby, don't you want to go? And once you start kind of, you got to think of it as the way you kind of dance, but as in, you don't have to put a lot of thought into it. In fact, trying to kind of figure it out is the roadblock. It's got to just be, you got to feel it. That's the bare bones. And then you start to think, well, the space in between this, how can I just play around with what's in between that? Cool. Now for the B7 shape, he plays it like this, which is 2nd fret with your middle finger, 2nd fret of the E, the top string, 2nd fret. Then on the A string, 2nd fret also. Then he plays the 1st fret of the D string, this string here. The 1st fret. And then lastly, you put your pinky finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and that's it. Now the way that Robert plays that is, again, he's doing that, and with the other fingers you can just kind of do whatever you want in between that stomp, so it's just like, you can already hear that's bluesy. You can either do pinches, which is where you play that thump accompanied with another string, like pinching it, or you can do one after the other. Kind of like a tennis match, back and forth. It's good to practice that in fingerpicking the blues. Because really, there is only those two combinations. You have a pinching, or there's some kind of syncopated. You can have a pinch them together, or Alex think of it as kind of like a some kind of tennis match, something. Of when I say that, I mean you play the bass and then the lead note. Back and forth, boom, beer, or you can pinch them together. Keeping that thump, that's the base of it. Now, of course, he stops that eventually and plays that. But that's for another day.